friends, welcome to my channel, The House of Jen. I love to do creative kind of on-the-fly floral arrangements, and that is exactly what I am doing today. So if that sounds good to you, I try to add a video on Thursdays, so please subscribe and share. So today we are building a floral arrangement. Like I said, creative on the fly. I have never built a fresh flower arrangement in a dough bowl. So this is new to me, new to you, although I have built other floral arrangements. So I have some pre-soaked foam, floral foam, and it is pre-soaked. My husband does this for me, very sweet, pre-soaks it in the bleach and the floral food. So we went to Publix, and I love Trader Joe's flowers. I love Publix flowers. So these are some roses. They actually, for a while, they had not had the designer bunches where you can get them like a clump of them for $4. But it is, graduation is around the corner, and so is Memorial Day, and there are lots of flowers. So I got these, and my budget goal was try to get everything for $20. And that's exactly what we did to the T. Okay, so I picked up these green hydrangeas. When you're making an arrangement like this, you want to make sure that you have lots and lots of leaves. So hydrangeas are very, very happy for that. And a lot of coverage. So I got these pom-pom, these green, lime, lush green pom-pom daisies. And I got some red mini carnations. Which are right here, which I thought would be good for the coverage. Some roses and these kind of wildflower looking, oh my goodness, I can get them out here, flowers as well. And so I also picked some foliage, it's a formal word for leaves, from my outside garden. We have some kind of hosta-ish plants. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this kind of purple aloe kind of plant, but I clipped it just in case. Also, I love Dusty Miller. So my husband and I planted some of this next to our mailbox not too long ago, and it just grew and multiplied, and I'll link that below if you want to check out that video. But typically I like to do all the foliage first, but for some reason today I want to start with the flowers. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I have, one of the petals came off, no worries, but you can kind of open up the flowers just like so. And you want to determine how tall. Do you want a really, really tall arrangement? If I had a lot of flowers, I would probably go taller, but I don't have that many since I just did a $20 arrangement. So I'm going to go a little shorter, kind of cut at an angle, especially when you're working with floral foam. You want a nice sharp corner when you go in there. Okay, I am yet going to go just a little bit shorter. And let's see. That looks good. So we're going to stick it in right here. This is very, very heavy too. When you soak this floral foam, it's pretty heavy. So, okay, that looks great. So now I just wanted to go kind of altering heights like you would see in a real garden, okay? Like a real storybook garden. So when you see too, like I noticed some of these stems are kind of brown and some of them are green, but always try to look for the freshest ones you can find. I was going for more of like hot pinks and purples and vibrant colors today. And so that is why I chose these beauties. Okay, so we open up a little bit, then stick them in right about there. Okay, we're kind of stair stepping. And so since I did this one lower, I'm going to do the next one higher. So I'm going to grab this one out. All right. Are y'all planning anything in your garden? It's kind of fun. Okay. Watch for thorns. This particular variety does not really seem to have any thorns. So I'm glad about that. I'm just going to pop off all the leaves. This one doesn't have any, so I want them all to kind of match. Zhuzh, zhuzh, zhuzh. Your petals. You could always open up a little more if you want. Okay, so we're going to stick that in. Let's give you more of an angle. So, let's see, right about there. Okay, that looks great. I've got 3. Should I add more? I don't know. I think I'm going to stop with 3 and then we can always add more. Okay, so now we're going to go in with these green, lime green pom-pom daisies, okay? And how tall do I want them? I'm not sure. So let's just clip one. We're probably going to go a little lower here. So just like you would see moss, you know, something gathering it around, you want to go lower, but I'm just not quite sure how low can you go? So we're just going to stick that in right about there. And we're just going to keep going. Add one right here. I feel like these are like the little baby flowers and this is the mama flower. But you know, I never know how something is going to come together, and I just kind of create, like I said, on the fly. And I really hope my videos encourage you to do the same. Because I tell you what, I used to be and still am kind of that person that unless I know exactly how to do it, I won't do it at all. And I'm trying to break that habit because it's not good. You got to take risk and step out. So I love this lime green. And so I'm just going to keep going with that. And we're just going to keep going. I'll tell you one thing that I have found very helpful if I'm creating anything is to turn on music and make it fun. I think so often we are so busy in life in general that we forget to slow down, enjoy the present moment, and just have fun. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with this. Let's see what we have on one side. Let's do some on the other side. Okay. You know, when you have very large surfaces like this, you want to get a flower man, especially when you're doing budget flowers of just $20. You want to get a lot of surface coverage. Okay, so that's why I almost got a different one, but it didn't have as many blooms. It was like the ones that were real big and bushy, but there weren't as many. And so this is why I opted for this one. Okay, so this is fun. I feel like I guess my vision for this is a garden, like a little flower garden that you would find. And these are all just happy, like an after a rain shower sort of a garden. So I'm just sticking these in, and I could go all day long, but I think I'm ready to do something else. So let's go in with this kind of textural. It did not say what it was. So, but it did say it was part of the designer bunch. And so we want to break this up, add a little texture, and I'm going to make it a little bit taller, just a little bit taller to go in, pop off leaves. Don't make a mess like I just did. Okay, so I want to go maybe just a little shorter. Stick it in right about there. And it just kind of breaks up the arrangement. So we're going to keep going in with that. I'm loving the color combinations. We're going to save this piece for over here. Okay. There we go. I'm going to put this one a little bit higher up here. Okay. And, add another one. So yeah, when I do flowers, I try to pick out you go in the store, right? And you say, which flowers are you drawn towards, right? Which ones are kind of highlighting to you? And this one was kind of my inspo flower for the entire piece. And I knew I wanted to do a vibrant pink. And whenever I do vibrant pink arrangements, I'm drawn to the lime green. So we did that. Okay, I really, really like that one. I have one more over here, but I'm going to save a couple for the very last to see what else that I really, really need. I think I'm going to go in. I have some other flowers, but I think I'm going to go in with the Dusty Miller. Y'all, this Dusty Miller, I know why they call it Dusty Miller because it looks like it has dust on it, like snow dust. It is super, super lovely, and I just really like it. Okay, I'm going to actually stand up so I can see what I'm doing over here. We're going to cut this piece, and I'm just going to pop it in right here because we want to start covering up some of the floral mechanics. I don't know if y'all just heard there was a loud car beep in the background. I don't know if that picked up on here or not, but if it did, I'm sorry. Okay, so here is another piece, and we're going to flank it. So I'm going to cut it, and we're going to go in on the other side, save some of these little leaves. We're going to pop you in right about here. Okay, that looks good. And I'm just going to keep going in with the Dusty Miller. We're just going to keep popping. That looks good. Okay. Got that there. Yay! Okay, so that gives a little bit of interest, which I really, really like. What shall we do next? I think we are going to add a little more texture of this purple one. I'm going to go lower with it. We're going to go lower, and we're going to kind of add it more towards the bottom, just so that we have that contiguous theme of the hot, hot pink. How fun is that? There we go. Because that way we can start covering up more and more of the floral foam. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm going to be up and down because I'm recording this so I can see what I'm doing. So, y'all, I don't know. They say flowers, fresh flowers, can actually make you feel less stressed, less anxious, happier. I don't know. There's articles about it. What do you think? I think they make me happier. Okay, so we are going to add in some of these gorgeous little red mini carnations. Oh, aren't they fun? Oh, I like how they kind of dangle. We're just going to let them do their dangly thing. Look at that. Oh my gracious, I love it. Love, love, love. I'm going to stick in a little textural piece right here. Oh, that just makes the piece. Now these, I didn't know exactly how fresh they were, but when I saw that deep red burgundy kind of velvety texture, I knew I had to grab them because I like an ombre, a beautiful kind of ombre look to my arrangement. Oh, it's coming together, guys. It is really coming together. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. So when you place them, you could, it's however you want to do. I've heard someone say in flower arranging, the rules are, there are no rules. And that's pretty much, there are and there's not. Like you can have tips, like you can do triangular formations, but really when you're eyeballing it, you just have to kind of look at it and you just kind of have to see how it all comes together. Okay, so I do kind of have a triangular formation right there, which I really, really like. Okay, so I'm going to stick another piece of Dusty Miller right here, just as if we were having a real garden party. And I really like that. Okay, and we're just going to keep, surprise, add another Dusty Miller. To me, this is very kind of cabbage-like. It's frilly, it's fun, it's beautiful, and I absolutely love it. Okay, so one more piece here. There we go. And, so as you see, I'm just kind of doing a grass skirt all the way around, so that we have a nice little base right there, which I really, really like. Okay, so I have these large hydrangeas, and I think with all the leaves and everything, I think I really want to utilize that. So we're going to cut this, see where to use it. All right, give it a snip, and oh goodness, where should I put you? I'm on the fence. I think we are going to kind of put it maybe in the side right here or the back. I don't know, guys. I wish I had like a little live feed and you could be like, I think it needs to go over there. Let's see. I'm going to pop off a leaf. Maybe that'll help my decision making. Okay, it needs to go between these flowers. That's where it's going to go so that it breaks it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to stick this right here. Kind of put that there and there. Ooh, I'm liking that. See how the leaves kind of add a bit of interest in our garden. Very, very nice. And you can recycle the leaves if you want, but kind of hot, so I'm just going to use it as a fan. Okay, so let's keep going with the Dusty Miller. Now I want to add some on the back, of course, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of go on the back here and just keep going, keep framing all of your piece. Y'all, I have these out by the mailbox and I just kept clipping and clipping and clipping almost to the point, I think it will grow back, but in the meantime, I thought, I don't think that looks very good next to my mailbox because I just kept on clipping. I really, really did. Okay, so we're gonna add some to the back here. When you have a very large piece, it's gonna take some time. And this thing is, I can barely lift it. It is so, so heavy. It is so heavy. So, okay. So now, I have these fun hosta leaves. I think that's what you call them. But I had them out and I like that they have the underside that kind of echoes some of these tones. And so I think we're just going to kind of pop them in a botanical, sort of whimsical fashion. I really like, doesn't that look like a wing? It looks like a wing to me. I really, really like it. Okay, let's move this over so y'all can see what I'm doing here. Okay, always be sure to wash your plants before doing anything. I have different sizes. This one's kind of fun because it has two pieces. I like that. Oh, do I like that? Okay, so now we're just going to, again, at like a 45-degree angle, cut right there, and we're going to pop that in right about there. Very, very lovely. Okay. So guys, this last little bit, I am just going to do with a little music and tell you what I do at the end because I need to get in my creative mind frame. But I hope this gave you some fun ideas. Let's keep going. Hey friends, so this looks more complicated than it is. All you need is some patience and some good pair of pruning shears, and you can do it too. So all I did was I just kept trying to cover up the places where the floral foam was visible. And if you have a lot of extra foliage, that would be a big tip. Have lots and lots of extra foliage on hand. Always try to figure out your color palette just like you would if you're painting a room or buying new furniture. And mine was like the hot pink. I've got the hot pink, the lime green, or is, right? And some reds with the green foliage. And I like to also vary my foliage. As you see, I have lots of different types and textures, which really gives it a lot of interest. So I hope this gave you a lot of confidence boost and curiosity to create your own floral arrangement. Just be sure to add that plastic first on the bottom so you don't ruin your container if it's not waterproof. So hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, friends. Thanks for watching.